guys, and welcome back to another vlog. If you guys watched my video from last week, I was packing up and getting ready to go to Europe. We are home now. We've been home for a couple days and I'm still adjusting with all the jet lag. But we spent the past week in Austria with Red Bull for a Formula 1 event. And going into this trip, I had zero expectations. I seriously did not know anything about Austria or like what it had to offer. And it ended up being one of the most beautiful trips I've ever been on. We spent a total of 6 days there and we bounced around between 3 different cities while we were there. So after a very, very long travel day, we finally made it to our first city. Our first stop was in Salzburg, and as soon as we got there, I knew I was gonna love it. Red Bull was actually started in Austria, so while we were there, they took us on a bunch of different tours of like Red Bull facilities, starting with their soccer field. And then after that, we went to the Hangar 7, which is like where they keep all their Red Bull like cars, planes, pretty much any automobile you can think of was in there. And then we went on a float plane, which is a plane that lands on the water, and they gave us a tour of the entire city. After our plane tour, we all hopped onto a bus and drove to the next city. We made it to Austria. It is currently like 6:30 in the morning. We've been here for 2 days, and the first 2 days we were in a completely different city, and we just spent the past 2 days doing a bunch of different tours. Yesterday we left Salzburg and headed to Salzburg, which is a completely different city. It was like a 2-hour drive, but we made it to Salzburg, and today we're gonna spend the day at the track. But yeah, I just got ready for the day. I'm about to go downstairs and get some breakfast and then head on the bus. There's a ton of stuff planned for today, so I'm gonna take you guys along. Salzburg was a completely different vibe than Salzburg. It was a super small town, and honestly, I loved it even more. Since we only had 2 days here, Ben and I were getting up super early to make the most of our trip. Before heading to the track, we took a car that the hotel had and did some exploring around the city. The main attraction in Salzburg is the Formula 1 track. So when we got there, they gave us an entire tour of like all the behind the scenes stuff of like what goes on during a Formula 1 race. We're about to do some off-roading. I'm letting Ben drive, so I'm really trusting him with my life right now. But they gave each of us a car, which is so crazy that they trust us to go off-roading in these cars. But there's like 30 people behind us.
And we're about to drive.
I was tired of Ben's driving, so it's my turn. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Slow. You're good.
I should not be driving right now.
It's a little rough in here. Okay.
And then Ben got to ride in a 2-seater Formula 1 car, which is like a super rare experience, and there's only a couple of them in the world. Alright, next up we're taking out the KTM cars, and again, I'm trusting Ben to drive me. Not a good idea. We are back from the track. Today was so much fun, but I was absolutely exhausted when we got back. I had to take a nap, but I just got re-ready and showered, and now I'm ready for dinner. Tonight's dinner is like super casual. We're having like a little outdoor barbecue. But guys, I am so obsessed with this hotel. Like, this is, I think I said this earlier, but this is an old castle and it was built in the 1400s, and I just think that is absolutely insane. Like, I love historical stuff like this and I can't get over it. It's so charming. Breakfast this morning was so beautiful and it just has so much history to it and I love it. But tonight we're doing a little outdoor barbecue and I don't really know how we're gonna do that because it's literally thunderstorming outside right now, but we'll see how that goes. Tomorrow is gonna be another track day, so we have a whole day filled with track stuff tomorrow, and then we're actually going to another city tomorrow night, to Vienna, which I'm super excited for. It looks beautiful. It's like more like a city. We're in Salzburg right now and it's like super rural. Like, there's like not that many people that live here. It's all green and like hills. It's amazing. But tomorrow night we're going to more of like a city vibe, so I'm super excited. But tomorrow night is our last night. I can't believe it. But now it is time to go to dinner and go to the barbecue. Our last night in Salzburg was the most special. We went to an underground bar at the hotel and we ended up meeting the bartender, and he ended up being like the nicest guy ever, showing us around the hotel and took us to this underground wine cellar that was original architecture from the 1400s. The next day we headed to Vienna, and we didn't get to see much of Vienna just because we were only there for one night and then we traveled home the next day. So I definitely need to go back to Austria. I am so grateful to be able to go on trips like this. Like, it is so refreshing and inspiring and so nice to see new parts of the world, and I'm forever grateful for it. As much as I love traveling, I love being home and I love being back into routine and I love doing the little things. And of course, I love being home with Roger. This week we have some exciting things coming up. I am on my way to LA. Today I have a casting and I'm kind of nervous. This is my first casting I've done in a while, so I'm a little nervous. But if you don't know what a casting is, it's pretty much like an interview you do for a brand. They're usually pretty quick. They're usually only about like 10 to 15 minutes. So I drove an hour here and an hour home, and it's a pretty quick turnaround, but hopefully it's worth it. So I'm about to head in right now and we'll see how it goes. Back in the car, just got done and already driving home. I have about an hour drive. My friend and I are planning something very, very exciting for this weekend, and we're gonna start working on it today, I think. But I'll tell you guys more about it in a little bit, but I'm so excited. So I have mentioned a surprise coming up, and today is the day of that surprise. Two of our friends got engaged this past weekend, and these are our first friends to get engaged, so it's a pretty big deal. So my friend and I decided to plan a surprise engagement party for them tonight, and I'm just so excited. Ever since moving here, I've like loved hosting things. I love having people over. I love making cute little dinners. It's been so much fun, so I'm super excited for tonight. Tonight there's like 15 people coming over. So Jess is about to come over and we're gonna go to the grocery store and get all the things we need. We placed a huge Amazon order the other day, so we have to unbox all of that. And then we're gonna be making a cake. We're making dinner tonight. We're making flower arrangements, and then yeah, setting it all up. It's currently like 10:30 in the morning right now, and everyone's coming over in 9 hours, so we got a lot to do. This is the hair, makeup, and outfit for tonight. I literally got ready in like 15 minutes. I have been going 100 miles per hour. Everything is set up. Jess and I have literally been setting up everything all day today. We started at 11 a.m. and it's now 7 p.m. but we're officially done and everything turned out beautiful. I am so happy with how the table turned out. It looks gorgeous and I can't wait for them to see it, but everyone's about to come over right now. I just finished getting ready. I hope they stay surprised. I think right now they have no idea what's about to happen, so we're super excited.